Hey folks, Matthew from Happy Curmudgeon Carving. I am putting almost the last touch on my Gnome Home for Resonating Art with Amy M. I did my mushroom. I made it a Gnome Home, and I used resin with glow pigment in it. So it's pretty neat. My windows didn't get, I didn't drill these holes deep enough, so when I was drilling in there to see if I could hit the resin, I couldn't find it. So I filled up these holes with 5-minute epoxy, let them cure, and now I'm going to coat them with some UV resin with this green color. This is Let's Resin brand, the UV resin and the pigments, the glow and the dark pigments. Different people use different resins. I like this, but I haven't tried too many of the other ones. But let's go ahead and I will work on these windows first. Oh, I hear you talking, Grim. What are you row-rowing about? Come here. Come. Oh, you silly puppy, you're stuck on my chainsaw. Well, that's not good, folks. Let me go rescue my dog. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're silly. You're silly. Let me put this out of your way, huh? Put this out of your way. Don't get tangled up on anymore. All right. Oh, my dog loves being with me when I do carving stuff. He's a good dog. All right. That'll work. I really like this this glow pigment stuff. I watch a lot of Grumpy's laid back carvings, and he uses a pigment, a glow pigment, in some of his stuff that he does. It's very cool looking. So I had to get some for myself. I really don't know how much of this stuff to put in, but it'll be fine. Should have thought about how I was going to hold this up when I'm working on it. That's good enough. got to be faster than it. Just got to be faster than gravity is all. I don't feel like turning my generator on, so got a lot of sunlight. I think this stuff says I don't know, a couple of minutes or something like that to cure it, get it solid enough. I am happy with the way this little mushroom gnome home came out, but now I know a little more. I used to just use 5-minute epoxy with acrylic paint to do the windows, and I do really like that, but I kind of like these glow pigments. They have their uses. There goes my hand shaking. Oh my goodness. Bunch of bubbles, but that's okay. One of my neighbors is loud. All right. Really set up good for this. Yepper. Clown music's gonna start playing. Oh, there we go. Clown music's gonna start playing. Would you stop moving? Sideways gravity. That's something you gotta watch out for. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just use whatever products I use. I try out what the people I see on YouTube using. Can't complain about Let's Resin, but there's some other ones out there I want to try. The resin that I used for the to fill in the holes was made by Craft Resin, I believe, and I like it, but I don't like it. The quality is there, and it does cure up really nice, but it's a 24-hour cure, and I really don't like it. I think I got to try to find some resin that's like 30 minutes or 1 hour or something. Too much could happen in 24 hours. But this is fun stuff. I think I might have a lot of stuff around my house that's going to start glowing. Start sticking black lights everywhere. I had another piece cut for one of these that I'll still end up using at some point, but I drilled the holes in for the windows and the door and stuff, and I drilled through the top, but I drilled through at an angle. So each hole that I would have to fill, I would have to do it separately, and it would take 24 hours between each thing, and that was just going to take too long. So with this one, I just drilled holes straight down through the top. Which kind of gives it a nice... And I like this, it's like fiber optics. You get the light coming out the top there a little bit. So there's what I got for this here. See, it comes out on the bottom there. And I got my window there, and that door. I could have used a little more glow pigment in the windows, but that's okay. It'll still glow. So now, let me see what this is. Okay. Put some paint on this thing. How are we doing? 13. hands really shake. That's all right. Looks a little shaky, but hey. Yeah. Getting there. This gnome home really makes me want to carve some kind of an alien insect that has 3 glowing eyes. I'll have to mess around and see what I want the body to look like and the legs and everything. I think it's definitely going to have to be something I carve. It'll look like a radioactive cootie. Some of you probably remember the game Cooties. Stop shaking. Doing pretty good. 18 minutes. Okay, that'll work. I know acrylic paint doesn't take that long to dry, but use that for something else. Oh wait, I know what I need to do. I still need the red. I can't do painting without getting paint on me. I have gloves. Probably see the box if I look hard enough. Never freaking wear gloves. Don't wear gloves. I actually really hate wearing gloves. Wintertime's horrible for me. My hands will freeze before I'll put gloves on that I can't have my fingers work right. Hate gloves that are too big. I hate gloves that are too small. If they're too small, your hands freeze anyway, so why bother wearing gloves? My leather work gloves I like. I go through a bunch of those. They last a long time. I just beat them to tar and back. I get these, this is what, Kinko leather gloves. I pick these up at Lowe's all the time. They're not very expensive and they last a while. They're great for Dremel because whenever a burr runs away on you, it'll protect your hand pretty good. You got to make sure you're not wearing any kind of cloth gloves or nothing, because your burrs will just grab right onto that and roll it up. And if you're using a flex shaft, which I own, I got to figure out. I tried getting my other Dremel to work. I got it to run. I hooked the put a new cable in the flex shaft, and I hook it up, and it just like it goes like bogs down, like there's no energy. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I might have burned up my Dremel. I do carve a little harder than I should, but I don't know. I have trouble gripping things with my hand, and I've always, even just like writing, always squeezed the tar out of a pen, putting a lot of pressure down. I don't know why. Like it's going to run away from me or something. I decided to go really simple on the colors on this. Did the red cap, doing red around the doors and the windows. And after I get this done, I'll break out the white and I'll put me some polka dots on the top. After I get all this painting done, I'll let this stuff dry and cure all the way, and then I'll hit it with a couple of coats of Rust-Oleum Clear, which I have to go buy because that's on my list. You never don't need anything when you're carving or creating of any kind. You just always have to have stuff. I just did a cut-sew order for Mother's Day. Yeah, I could tell. I could have put a little more green into this in the windows. That's all right. Here they got their shades down in their house, and it's blocking some of the light. So far, of all the different things I've carved, I gotta say, these little Gnome Home fairy houses are one of my favorite things. You could do whatever you want with them. You could have any kind of house structure, it doesn't matter. They go as whimsical as you can, and it looks cool. All right. Puts a little bit of color down on there. I'm going to leave the wood grain I'm going to leave the door natural, and I'm going to leave the whiter part of the wood natural, and just put a clear coat on that. Do something with that. That's too much, but that's okay. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I was thinking, but I did it anyway. All right, there it is. That is finished, all but the clear coat. And when I get back from Lowe's today, I'll be able to do that. And then I can just I'll just post some pictures or something. I don't know if it'll make it much darker or not. I can't remember if white pine gets very dark. I don't think white pine gets very dark. But I got fingerprints on it. I'm terrible when I paint. Terrible when I paint. It doesn't matter if you wear gloves, because you're going to get the paint on the gloves, and then you're going to have to get fingerprints from the gloves. All right. Let's see. There's the glowing on the roof. Even the white glows. I guess white does glow. And I got the windows. It's not working very. I'll hold it back farther. It's just blinding it. There's a little bit of a glow. But yep, there it is. Only thing I need is clear coat and sand that red paint off of there. And I got it signed on the back. Mushroom Gnome Home with resin for Resinating Art with Amy. I will put her link in the description, and you could all go check her out. She does fantastic work. She's a resiner and a carver. Does some cool stuff. So we will talk to you all later, folks.